call to start the race. If you are new to Dragon Warrior or Dragon Warrior Randomizer, they're off and running. So the king is giving them their mission to defeat the Dragon Lord and some initial starting supplies, some of which are very, very useful. Looks like everyone's grabbing Erdrick's sword to start. So no one is going to have any trouble doing some damage to these first enemies. And a token, so they're on their way to getting into the Dragon Lord's castle with one of the 3 key items. Alright, everything's moving pretty quickly. Everyone's hunting for those first couple of levels, and everyone's picking them up. There's one left, her sign getting her first takedown, and it's going to be multiple levels. So yeah, everyone's cruising along, jumping over each other in progress, and quickly racking. And as we were mentioning, everything is pretty vanilla this time, so we know what spells everyone's learning. There's no surprises there. Heal at 3, hurt at 4. The next one will be sleep at 7. Oh, Centroid finds a red dragon. As we call that the fun police, because no matter what you were doing, the fun is over when you find them, especially this early in the game. Okay, so people have spotted a town in a place that the original Dragon Warrior does not have one. So there's some conditions where required towns need to be near the castle so you don't get soft locked. And one of those is making sure Brecconary is available to you in case you put on the Death Necklace or the Cursed Belt. And the king will not let you in to make progress on the game while you are wearing one of those cursed items. So you must have a Brecconary nearby, and if needed, we force one near the castle in this configuration. So yeah, so there'll be one extra town on this island and one less town on the main continent. All right, let's check in with everyone. Looks like we're getting levels, and as Cyberdark points out in chat, very, very low HP. Looks like the highest I see is 19, and we're already at level 7. So this is starting off very, very low HP. It's going to stress people out as they walk around. They can't take much of a hit before they get taken down. And we see Centroid getting beaten by that rogue scorpion with only 21 HP. The deaths are piling up all over the place here, and people are not having a good time getting far from the castle. There are a lot of quite challenging, challenging enemies, but I think Guelph just got a big kill and is already at 435 experiences. Well ahead of the pack early, and he's going to try his luck going south. So we'll see what we can find a little further afield. So it looks like a couple people up in the northern mountains on this continent just getting some experience, trying to get some levels, probably trying to get some HP just to be able to survive the walk. As pretty tough.
And we were told in chat that that weird placement of Breckenary right there means that swamp to get to the other continent has to be underneath the castle. So that is pretty important. So no wonder they're grinding their HP, because they need to go down south to go where Vanilla Cantlin was. No, Vanilla Jerk Cave was. And there you'll find Remeldar. Or a cave with a key.
We haven't seen any keys yet, and we don't know what that spot is at the southern end of this continent, as no one can get by the Rogue Scorpions, Axe Knights, and Red Dragons.
Well, Centroid's making a play for it. Or CD Improv can do that with a really good heads-up Remeldar go.
Yeah, CD Improv, the first Remeldar, and that was actually in a weird spot too. I wonder if we have 2 extra towns on this continent, and we'll have 2 less on the main, just to make sure all the required places are near the start and no one gets locked out, quite literally, without being able to get keys.
Centroid's gonna grab himself some keys. And CD Improv, what is she gonna get? Some gold, so can buy some keys and maybe get a little bit of armor. Or not.
That's right, they don't need the hand axe, which would be a typical early game purchase with Erdrick's sword. And the runners, again, another vanilla part is all the shops have what they have in the regular game, so there's no surprise what's for sale when people enter a town. They know exactly what to expect and what it'll cost.
Exactly, and Centroid has found Garen's grave. Gelf has now just found himself Remeldar. And Centroid found himself at the business end of an Armored Knight's axe.
Yeah, a lot of... looks like we have an armor find in the treasury. So, Centroid is fully equipped, and is the first one to find that out, but others will get it very soon as they get home. CD Improv choosing to do some exploration while out and about, and everyone, we're up to 3 people with keys, and it won't be long till the 4th. So.
That is true, but Centroid getting the armor and CD Improv foregoing. No. Centroid is coming back to the storeroom. She'll get her armor.
And the Death Necklace, always useful. All these runners, again, knowing the spell order, you know you won't get Heal More till level 17. And that means you might end up with a lot of HP, although not this game so far. But late game, if you end up with the HP, Death Necklace, very, very useful. It gives you extra attack at the cost of max HP. Yep. So everyone's going to be hanging on to that.
By the way, as it looks like, back half of Garenham is the exit of the swamp cave that is underneath the castle. Ooh, but Guelph, taking a chance inside the grave, finds himself the silver harp.
Yeah, that's a really nice find to have silver harp. That way you can do the trade with the old man guarding the Staff of Rain. He really wants a harp very badly, so if you are out and about, you don't have to go back twice.
just kind of in stunned silence, ladies and gentlemen, all of these heads-up moves. And Gelf is making his way to that fourth chest. Got to get away from... Just got to destroy this metal scorpion in the process. And Gelf is in the lead.
We have a lot of people finding things. We have CD in the northwest corner of the map finding a town, and I didn't see what it was. I think we're all about to find it. Or is that's Garanham where they came out? Okay, so all right, let's see. CD grinding. Gelf making way down to the fifth and final chest with a little bit of MP left, trying to make the last steps.
And Ursine's now gonna get her silver harp.
Yeah, we're not even 12 minutes in, and people are 2 story items in, Erdrick's sword, Erdrick's armor, ready to do battle with everything except that armored knight.
And now Gelf is gonna get his armor, and so will Ursine.
Yeah, you look at this attack power. Already 98, 99, 102 for the runners. They're swinging for a lot of damage this early. So I think everyone's going to be looking for a very quick way to find all the items and just keep making progress.
Yep, and now with Gelf having the silver harp, he sees nothing else left in the second continent for him to do. Well, there's one thing he needs to trade it in, which is on the second hat, which is on that side where Rimmeldar used to be. And that's exactly what he's going to do.
Centroid just ran into a green dragon on the second continent, so it's going to have to make that walk all the way back. But luckily, it's just through the basement, and you're right back in the second continent and back to exploring. So Ursine getting through to Garanham, and everyone else still on the first continent somewhere, checking things out.
And there's Gelf getting ready to trade in his music, so it's no longer electric.
So item-wise, there's a couple people with harp, and Gelf has traded in for the staff, but then looking at experience, CD Improv has been grinding away very reliably, up to over 1,200 experience, almost caught up to Gelf's 1,400. Now CD in the grave, likely to pick up the harp in just 2 steps. And yeah, there we go. And luckily got that harp. Oh, I think got away from that armored knight. That armored knight, the guardian of the harp, was a little bit slow there. Couldn't stop CD.
Probably was a little slow on the uptick. Probably needed to get some coffee inside of him. Heard Alfgard has some great coffee this time of year.
Now we have Ursine exploring Tablet Cave for the one lone chest, which very low odds it's something useful, but hey, a fighter's ring that's better than gold as it's 2 attack power, for the rest of the game, which is very useful.
Yeah, it'll help push you a little bit over that edge, and Gelf is going to head on over to the back half of Garenham, do some exploration.
That's right, as Tealify points out, so far the main continent is this even rando. Those are where the original locations of those places are, but no one put wizards there in the original game, so we're assigned finding a wizard that will not give up the fight and back to walking through the swamp cave once again.
Or finding a Drone Lord of Hurtmore.
See, our runners are finding the tablet cave after picking up Radiant, so no one's afraid to make the walk as they don't have to do it in the dark. So there's Centroid going through, about to pick up the Fighter's Ring 2.
Yeah, that extra 2 attack power really helps. That's an extra high on the Dragon Lord, so well worth going for. And gold in the bottom of the grave. So when Centroid got killed, it was a good thing. So he doesn't know that it's nothing down there, but if he decides to ignore it, he'll be okay.
Yep, the runners know now, having both the sword, Erdrick sword, and Erdrick armor, the two potentially very game-changing items that could be in the bottom of the Charlotte Castle treasury, are not there since they're wearing them and wielding them. So there's no risk of one of those endgame items needing to be found deep into the treasury. So they just need to check the remaining towns and caves and keep looking for that last item that they need to get onto Charlotte's Island.
That is right. So I think the big get now is Mountain Cave, because that's 5 chests. Also, the search spots are still open. Coal hasn't been found yet, but here are 2. We found Jerk, and let's see what this other one is. As I was saying, coal search spot. Well, there's Freebie Cave. There might be something there. Looking for the Stones of Sunlight. Fairy Flute's good, though. Hawk's Nest could have something underneath it, and also there could be coordinates, but we just need to find Caitlin for that.
And we haven't seen any cursed belts that I recall, so we don't have any idea of how many of those 3 search spots might have items. For each cursed belt people find in a chest, that means one of those search spots will have an item, but I think we're at 0 right now, so it's possible all those search spots could be in. Oh, four run fails for Belf. That's pretty tough. That stone man was very large and in the way, and sent all the way home from full HP, which Cyberdoc points out is quite high now after starting the game. Very low for 7 or 8 levels, is over 100 at level 12.
Yep, that's where you need to be to fight the Dragon Lord. Somebody pointed out they could also be in Charlotte. All of the belts could be in Charlotte, so, they could still be there. And that's 7 chests in there, so. And now Centroid is going to Rimildar and get himself some gold.
We have Golf just like slicing through these green dragons. That was 2 back-to-back, and picking up another level, which we'll see how much that adds to some of these stats here. We went by so fast with speed hacks, we'll have to wait for the tracker to come around.
Nice excellent move for Centroid as Centroid gets his Silver Harp. So now it's just a matter of finding these other places, and it looks like Gelf is going to be the first to cross paths with new areas.
Ursine they're basically on top of each other. I don't know if they can see each other from where they are, but they're very, very close. And CD gets to this cave, which looks like
it's Mountain Cave. It was the only cave left outstanding, so... No, Jerk Cave is still out. No, we found Jerk Cave. That was the only cave left. So it had to be Mountain Cave, so... Ooh, and a Metal Slime could get 255 if 3 hits can land. There's 1. There's 2. Can we get 3? Yes, we can with an excellent hit. That's 255 experience points, which will help boost CD.
Yeah, we've got level 12 for CD Improv. Ursine is just about to get there. Just needs that right there. So 8 more HP, 9 more magic are the 2 key stats in level 12. And now we get to see what's on the spike spot in Hawksness and what it might be guarding. We've seen some metal slime grinds this week, and without Hurt More, which you don't get till level 19, you're gonna have to get your experience with your sword, and metal slimes are not a bad way to do it, with the very high attack power these runners are likely to end up with in the next level or two. You can get to 130 attack, you can start taking on metal slimes and not worrying about missing too much. Okay, and Ursine gets the Stones of Sunlight from the Guardian of Hawksness, which is the last key item on the map. So that's it, no more searching for Ursine. It's time to just trade things in and get those levels. It's a very smart death warp right there. Since the harp is really close to the castle, harp trade in. So Ursine gonna just jump out of the castle, make the trade, and keep looking for the jerk, which I'm not sure she's found, but probably has narrowed it down to where it could be. Okay, so if she's found Jerk, then she knows all the places to go, and it's just getting those levels, which continue with 13 there. Definitely jumping to second place in experience as Guff goes to that Axe Knight, guarding the stones, and picks a fight.
So we found our grind. That Axe Knight and Hawksness is pretty sweet.
Yeah, nothing looks as reliable as that fight. You're going to have to use some heals, but you just know the fight's there every 2 steps, and you know you can win every time.
it looks like Gelf is just gonna beeline it straight to the jerk and get the rainbow drop, which I don't blame him one bit.
Oh, that beeline was almost interrupted by a red dragon, except for that excellent move. And the walk to the jerk cave continues unabated.
And how about an entrance into Jerk Cave? So another shot against this red dragon, gonna take it down, hopefully. No, but is taken down himself. But I don't think he minds that much. Maybe what he could do is just take a look at the spike spot underneath the castle. Oh.
We don't know what that is. Yeah, it could be anything.
The two best things are Axe Knights and Golems.
Runners all have the fairy flute. Oh, actually, it's like 2 of our runners have the fairy flute. They'll have an easy time with golems. So, let's see what it is. We'll find out in about 30 seconds here. No one counters, so we found out even faster. It's a stone man who can be easily put to sleep and fought. I think we have a new winner for the grind of the game.
Yeah, I would agree. It's close to Tantagel Castle. The magic replacer is in Tantagel, so it will be a nice quick grind. 8, 5, 2, and 13. So you're just gaining stats. And I think 17 will be more than enough to take on the Dragon Lord, as has been the case throughout this entire week.
Yeah, this one's moving real fast. If the next 2 levels are average, they'll definitely be enough. So we'll see what they are very quickly with these grinds happening on both screens. Ursine also looks like at the Stoneman grind. Okay, Ursine taken off, probably gonna make the trade in for the drop, and then come back to that Stoneman in a little bit.
You know, we're about 30 minutes in. We need to give these runners a shout out. So why don't you give them all a nice little follow on their respective Twitch channels. CD Improv, she does great work, and she also does some great work behind the scenes being a restreamer. Gelf is playing a lot of good stuff, and so is Ursine and Centroid. Check them out in their channels. Ursine Desure and Centroid 41, Gelf 35, CD Improv. And also give our wonderful people behind the scenes a follow. We have CyberDark86 and Monsieur Slime being our trackers, our wonderful restreamer Aaron Messi, and Brian Williams 42 and myself, who are just flapping our gums for your pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for all the introductions. It's definitely a great crew, both to race and put on the show with you today. So yeah, thanks for everything, people who are behind the scenes making this work, not just today, but throughout the whole month of races that we've been enjoying here across 5 crazy sets of flags. So here we go. Yeah, I think the Axe Knight grind is going to be Ursine's choice. So going back up and finding that Axe Knight to pick a fight with over and over.
And it looks like Gelf is going to get back on the horse. I don't know why Gelf didn't outside on the back half of Garenham, though. Oh, to buy a large shield. Never mind.
Yeah, that's the one area that's looking a little bit light for everybody now is defense. You can see everyone is in the right around 70 range, which is definitely low if you're going to make a run at the Dragon Lord. You're likely to take some pretty big hits, both on the way and from the Dragon Lord himself.
The strength is there, and it looks like Gelf is about 11 or so stone men away from getting 17.
Yeah, and that level 16 was also like not amazing, but pretty solid all around. Got 3 power and I think 6 HP, which are the kind of key metrics to keep moving up here. So they're getting into the green, as you can see. So I think level 17 might be enough. And I think the decision is pick it up here or pick it up on the way down. So it's like here is the choice, just to be sure. So it looks like Ursine got sent back home. He's going to walk back into the grave. We'll see if it's an outside and or if it's a decision to fight these stone men.
I don't think Ursine got the drop.
Aha! Well, that would be one last thing to do. So we'll see if that looks like the direction she's going, and I think that makes sense. Pick that up now. Just be ready, fully geared up to go over to Charlotte.
And CD Improv, she is gonna make her way to an Axe Knight, and after she destroys this Axe Knight, she'll destroy another Axe Knight and get stones for herself.
Yep, that'll complete CD's set, and she can just trade in that set of 3 to the Jerk and get the upgraded item of Rainbow Drop. Oh, there it is. That was a fast fight, and it's level 14. So CD Improv, keeping up pretty well with most of the runners here. Guelph just really taking down those stone men fast, and the experience is piling up.
Turning the stone man to rubble. And then soon turned into a nice new driveway for the king.
Okay, here we are, level 17. 1 power, but 22 magic, and I think that might be enough to make the dive pretty viable.
Yeah, that's 14 heal wars, 133 attack power, so you're 16 for a high, 8 for a low. That's about as average as you can get. So I have a feeling Gelf is going to take a return out of here and just take a short walk to Sherlock.
It's a great rhyme. I like it. And yeah, it's immediately going. Not even topping up the magic. Oh, wait. We could top up the magic, Breckenary.
No, his magic's already topped up. He had wings.
Right. So yeah, as long as there's not a lot of fun police, which have been quite a lot of trouble for everybody. Definitely Ursine's been hitting definitely a lot of fun police. Otherwise, I think it's a pretty straightforward walk. So we'll see how the luck of the dive goes.
And I have a feeling Gelf knows that the defense is suspect, so he's just going to kill a lot of stuff before heading into Sherlock.
Yeah, Ursine's still going to have to get that drop, as Diabetes points out. The fun police have really been in the way, and we know that they're patrolling around the Jerk, trying to prevent people from getting that drop and threatening the Dragon Lord. So looks like she's going to pick up some levels and then try one more time to get the drop.
Sentry going to Mountain Cave, and we'll have some disappointment there. But some metal slimes can be had and some good levels.
Okay, we definitely have to look out. Blue dragons have sleep, and anything that strong that has sleep can be trouble. So luckily the blue dragon also has hurt and doesn't really understand the difference in damage that hurt does versus attacks. So staying asleep 4 turns, you might be okay with enough of those weak little hurt spells hitting you.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. The agility is suspect. So what I do like what Gelf is doing is just fighting him.
Yeah, so far that stop spell is landing, and that makes the fight pretty easy because it's just using hurt and sleep, and you can just sit there doing your damage.
Having to burn some heal mores here that could hurt him later on unless 18 gives some goods.
CD getting the drop, so she is ready absent those last couple of levels, and we'll see what her choice of grind is now. Signed up to level 16, so almost getting to the heal more, which honestly, if you have heal more, red dragons are a lot less scary. You can heal more through a long fight and survive. You can't do it with just heal. So in some ways, this is a very safe approach to making that walk to the jerk cave for the drop.
And CD looking for someplace to grind. I think she's going back to Hawk's Nest and grind on those Axe Knights.
Those are definitely very juicy experience Axe Knights for CD, just to pick up those last couple levels. Okay, we have getting almost to the final floor, just a few steps away, and I think dodging some bullets, somewhat literally, from red dragons, and surviving this walk with still 12 heal mores to go.
And it's so close to level 18.
Yeah, I think you're doing the math here, and you're saying, I don't know if I can risk one more heal more, because you still have a spike spot, which could be as strong as a red dragon, and you gotta save every heal more you can with only 133.
Oh, but this is a really good benefit with the golem.
Okay, 2 attack, and you'll take every attack you can get. So here we go.
Yeah, but the benefit was 10 agility though, which means 5 more defense, and that is a big benefit. Now he has to make a choice. He's got enough to do the Death Necklace, and he is gonna do it. Gelfi is all doubles are out the window.
Yep. So now we're doing 11 to 22, 16 per attack with 12 heal mores. This looks like I'd be sighing a bit of relief if I'm Guelph with that many heal mores. So let's see how it goes.
And that's a big 19. And an even bigger.
Yeah, you're right. Those last 10 agility help with the defense, going down to as low as 4 HP, but still able to survive. Keep swinging. Keep.
And plus, those 20 spots that he's throwing on the dragon, very important.
And there we go. The Ball of Light. The Dragon Lord defeated. GG.
Very good run that Gelf put up. That is 5 points. Don't think
great
it's
showing. Yeah, it's a great showing. Great race. 41 minutes, 16 seconds. And the trumpets are being played.
And hopefully we can get Gelf in here. Gelf will be in chat. So Gelf, congratulations, sir. We will get your you got the everybody's got the GGs out for you. Gonna fall one. Diabetes is saying gonna fall 1 point short of playoffs, barring some weirdness on Sunday. So came close. But congratulations, Gelf. That I kind of hesitate to say it, but I think that was a perfect run.
And I think we had people noticing how low your HP got on parts of that dive in Sharlock. How close were you to thinking about using one more heal more versus trying that run one last time and saving the magic? And just to point out, Ursine is now in Sharlock, also going straight for the Dragon Lord. So we'll see how this dive goes. Looking for a second place finish here. Should be a great showing, still under 43 or 44 minutes.
It's going to take a lot more longer than that, but Gelf does bring up, since Sharlock and Tantal Castle were so close together, it wouldn't cost so much time to redive if Sleep Lock happened. So, yeah, and that is a really good point. It was a benefit being so close together.
Yep, and CD on her way towards the castle, while Centroid's picking up those last couple levels on the X-Knight.
Unfortunately, Blue Dragon is gonna play some sleepy time spells with CD Improv, but she does manage to get away.
Ursine's still at completely full magic, which is 2 extra heal mores compared to what we just saw be enough for the Dragon Lord. So let's see if the rest of this floor plays nice.
So here's the question. take a look at your agility and your defense, which is 77. Like we've said before, it is a bit dodgy. Do you grind on those golems, or do you, since Gil finished, you gotta go for it?
Yeah, I think people have done it. You want to say if they've been able to do it, it should be fine for me. They didn't hit some surprising roadblock, so I'm gonna give it a try. I don't think you worry about the levels too much. Although level 17 is one level lower, and the Death Necklace is a big decision here.
And she's thinking about it. Ursine is, and yeah, she's gonna throw on the Death Necklace. I don't think that's. I think it's a pretty good decision because her health is around the same as what Gelp had with the Death Necklace on. And there's the trick that a lot of runners use. Burn herbs, try to farm for a stop spell.
Yep, and it worked. So yeah, walk us through your decision making at the Death Necklace right there. You definitely took a few seconds to think about it. What was going through your head?
And Ursine, she's almost got this wrapped up as CD Improv is now on the bottom floor.
Yeah, but I can definitely... Oh, there we go. That'll do it. GG Ursine with a very nice dive and takedown of the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, she'll get herself 3 points. She'll finish with SRL time of 47:30. She'll finish on a high.
Yeah, I said at the beginning, we've had a lot of races around 50 minutes. This one, CD Improv is in position to come in real close to 50, and that's 3 runners within 50 minutes.
Interesting, CD not going for the Death Necklace.
Yeah, I can definitely see being worried with that low defense. Low defense plus a bad heal more might put you in a tough spot, so I could definitely see being cautious and keeping the HP here. And Centroid is on the way to the castle. This is just a jet seed all around, so Centroid just going to top up and take off.
Yep, and looks like the map was right for CD Improv. She's getting a whole lot of doubles. Hopefully Ursine will come in for a new...
Ursine might be taking a break after that race, looks like from chat, but we'll welcome her in if she decides to jump into chat or Discord with us.
And CD Improv is about to finish up, just going to cast a heal more, and that'll do it. CD Improv, get your G's out for her. Yep, exactly right. She'll finish with an SRL time of under 50 minutes, so good for her.
Yeah, really, I mean, honestly, very clean races, pretty much all around. You can kind of see from the death counter what happened to people. Centroid definitely, with 19 deaths, ran into a little bit more of the fun police and our other tougher enemies, especially early in the game. And that's, boy, in a seed like this, there's not much difference between the runners except for some of that encounter luck you get and the pass you walk, whether you know it or not.
Absolutely, and also bad luck on Centroid's part. Decided to explore first rather than grind, and exploring the area around the castle, and it was really tough and just couldn't break through.
Yeah, that continent was quite rough. Everything outside of those initial zones that are guaranteed to be somewhat safe, they were full of tough enemies. So, with Centroid on the dive, and we'll see what the decisions are for when to fight, when to run.
And we're now joined by CD Improv. Congratulations, that was a really nicely jetty kind of seed.
Yeah, I have to say, since I've got work at 9 in the morning, that was beautiful. But yeah, I just how is Centroid doing?
In Sherlock on the U floor.
Awesome. So we're all going to be really, really close. I do have work in the morning. I just wanted to pop in and say thank you very much to Sigma Fan, Brian Williams 42, Cyber Dark, Monsieur Slime, and Aramezi for volunteering for restream and commentary and tracking tonight. These races really aren't possible without people who are willing to give us their time and energy, and I greatly appreciate it.
We thank you very much for that. As Centroid has gotten to level 18, those 10 extra agility points are big on that front.
Has he run into any blue dragons yet?
A couple of them.
The first time I ran into one and he put me to sleep for, I think it was like 5 turns. I'm just going, am I gonna die? This is bad. Because it was one of those, I just wasn't waking up. But anyway, guys, good game to everybody. Have a great night, and I will catch you all later.
All right, great game. Good night. Thank you again for everything, and especially being one of our tournament organizers. CD Improv has done a lot for this tournament in particular, and obviously all around for. Oh no! Well, okay. And they look at the camera one last time before they.
And Centroid now at the Dragon Lord, and did use the Death Necklace, which is fine, especially with level 18, having that extra defense. No, I take that back. Dub is hoping to get some doubles going, but unfortunately not being that lucky.
Yeah, the Dragon Lord has been pretty strong with the breath and the attack, so there haven't been many doubles yet, but went in with pretty full. Oh, there we go. Went in with plenty of heal mores and out with plenty of heal mores. GG Centroid.
Everybody's going to finish under 56 minutes.
That was quite a race from everybody. I hope those watching did not blink, because you would have missed a lot. I know even trying to commentate, everything was moving so fast. Thank you again to the trackers. We're really paying close attention, keeping everything up to date. Cyberdark and Monsieur Slime, and Aramesi with the internet, to keep all these bits flowing fast. So thanks, everyone.
Absolutely. And I wonder if we can get Centroid in for a quick interview.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can get a few more words.
And we are joined by Centroid. Centroid, that was a kind of a jetty seed, finished under an hour. You got to feel good about.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you now.
Yeah, my push to talk wasn't working for some reason. But yeah, it was great finding sword early, armor early. If I remember correctly, there was like a plus 40 attack power level at some point in the early game. Was that something that happened? I can't remember.
There was a lot of power. I mean, people were getting levels so fast. I wasn't sure which level was the big one, but yeah, it was very fast, some of those levels in the power game.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. The challenges were like, early, very low hit points, and red dragons just seem to be pretty much everywhere. I have definitely practiced these flags a few times, but I don't think I've ever seen the fail safes that came into place in this seed. So like I wasn't super surprised, but like I saw Remolder and Breckenary both on the second continent, which was great. Just in case you needed the keys, and it was you could get uncursed there, but I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I definitely haven't seen both in any of the races this week or any practice seeds. So yeah, that was, I think people in chat were like, wait, 2 towns out of place? What is going on? But yeah, I think it was the perfect configuration for it. Yeah, and you ran into a lot of red dragons. You've definitely, everyone kind of hit something rough early, and some people gave up and like just ground the lower level enemies slower but more reliable, and other people are tried to press on, and it was a rough going out there for those who pressed on. That was definitely your story.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like RNG, like can be challenging, but that's part of the randomizer. Like you either need to decide whether you're going to keep pushing through, or just hang back and gain a few levels. And there's pros and cons to both, but that's part of the game, I guess. I think just grinding for a bit at the beginning was definitely the right call. I think what helped me quite a bit too was like I think maybe the red dragon's kind of pointing me in the right direction, because I like once you get the keys, you could clean up some things. Like I decided that clearing off that the second continent was probably the smarter play, like clearing out the grave and clearing out the whatever was in the in chest and Remolder. But yeah, I remember there being something really good in the grave. It might have been the sword or the armor, I can't remember, but yeah, cleaning out like one continent before moving on definitely helped out.
Yeah, you grabbed I believe you grabbed the harp at the top of the grave. And I think that was the only prize. Yeah, then you could be done with that red dragon walk and just go through the swamp cave over and over if you needed to get some.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what like the southeast part of the game looked like. I'm wondering, like, they pulled Breckenary and Remolder from somewhere, so I wonder which 2 spots were empty. I'm guessing there was something at the mountain cave spot. Like if I would have pushed all the way to Cantland, I may have seen 2 empty spots and been very confused. So I think it's good that I didn't end up going that direction.
I don't think anyone did. I think everyone actually went towards those 2 cave locations where Vanilla, Tantagel, and Breckenare would be, and I think everybody continued east. I don't think we saw anyone go in the southern direction, and that's where the 2 missing locations would have been. And we didn't see any other empty spots. So it is possible you could have had to walk all the way to the southern end of that continent to find the next location.
Yeah, I made one attempt, but I know I crossed the bridge to the mountain cave and died pretty quickly. Um, but yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I kind of want to play it back and see what was over there, but I'm pretty sure if I load my save, it'll be level 1. So I don't know if I want to sink that much time into it.
I think yeah, it's just to find out that it's a bunch of empty spots. It's a lot of regrinding.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Guelph, any final thoughts here? I know you're in chat, so as especially hearing all the other runners kind of talk about their experience, anything that you're thinking to sum up this seed?
Not really. I guess the seed was pretty straightforward in general. Just some pretty basic decisions to be made. Yeah, I know. I decided to fight my way down into Sharlock to just because my agility was borderline. So I just figured it was so much faster, especially with the speed hacks. But yeah, I think so. I mean, that's definitely it for my league. So I mean, I think it was a lot of fun. All the different flag sets were super fun to run every something different every week. You know, it's cool running the same thing over and over again. But I think this was a nice change of pace, a nice challenge, and yeah, thanks to the admins and the restream team and everybody that helped out.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we got to see all these new flags in action, or old flags that rarely get any attention, because I think it's made for interesting viewing, interesting playing, and yeah. So as Cyberdark is mentioning here in chat, we have one last race happening Sunday night around 9 or 10 Eastern, and it's possible there'll be a play-in race for up to, I think, 4 people if there's a tie, which will happen right after that Sunday race. So
yeah, and also the bracket reveal afterwards, which is going to be epic. And I think Gelf 14. I think Gelf has a shot.
yeah, I mean, there's a chance from that Sunday night race that there's the play-in, and that would include Guelph. Yep. So stay tuned, and there might be some quite exciting racing on Sunday night. Actually, almost assuredly very exciting racing. So come on.
There needs to be a double DNF. Some things have to break your way, but if they do, then you're in. But that's going to do it for us. We're going to throw it to Mr. Holmes. He's got some great stuff going, and that's going to wrap it up for us here for the Rando race. Math is really hard, Brian Williams. I know that for a fact. So let's send it over to Mr. Holmes. So for our trackers, CyberDark86 and Monsieur Slime, for our restreamer, Aramessi, for our runners, Gelf, CD Improv, Ursine Desher, and Centroid41. For my co-commentator, Brian Williams, always a pleasure having you here.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night. And I think we have somewhere to send you. So thank you, Sigma, for guiding me through this first commentary of mine. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yep, we're going to see Mr. Holmes play some Final Fantasy. So for everyone I just said prior, this is Sigma Fan saying good night.